guys, welcome to the car scene. Welcome to this beautiful Java green Audi S3.
As always, the plug Audi Centre Fourways has helped out.
Yeah, they hooked us up.
Oh, bad deal. And yeah, you just need to watch the video and you just need to see how fantastic this car is.
Yeah, so without further ado, if you like the video, give it a massive like rating. Why not subscribe if you're new here? But yeah, let's get it started. How's it, guys? Welcome back to the car scene. You join me here today with Oliver, and we're in a Java green Audi S3 thanks to Audi Centre Fourways. What do you think of it?
Chaos. It's crazy. I mean, every second oak has a Golf R.
It's very true.
Where here we're in a similar car, similar motor, also four-wheel drive or quattro, but in the sense that it's green. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
It's very unique in that sense, where there's like this crazy culture that goes on with Audi S3 owners, and we've actually experienced it today, where you see other Audi S3s on the road, be it Misano red, Aura blue, Nardo grey, Vegas yellow. Everybody gives you a wave and a flash. There is like this beautiful culture going on with these cars.
Like a brotherhood.
It really is like a brotherlyhood.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's crazy. It's an experience. So driving one of these cars, in the sense, just for how unique it is, and especially like in this one, Java green, we've had Oaks in Buckies giving us thumbs up, telling us to give it a go, give it a
ride.
Yeah, give it a real hoon.
Yeah, Oaks go crazy over it. And also, I think it's. Yeah. I mean, this spec is very not understated.
Not at all.
I mean, it is like a little bit bad boy racer, but it's recognizable. Like Oaks, I've been in Golf R's that are just like white, and people look at them and they're like, okay, yeah, whatever, Golf R.
Yeah.
But with this, Oaks are like, okay, this car is special. Like this car is fun. It's fun.
It's fun. It's quirky. Like we were saying today, that when we first picked up the car this morning, we had a look at the color and we thought, you know what, it's a little bit weird. You know, it kind of looks like Shrek's booger. But after you spend some time with it, you look at it, you appreciate it, you see all of its sexy curves, and the car sort of entices you. And in your driving position, you look over your virtual cockpit here, and you just see this little green sliver of your hood. And honestly,
it means business.
It really means business. And especially the fact that there's only one of them. Just one in the country. Okay, so what are we working with in here?
Okay,
What's the power like?
So we've got the same 2-litre 4-cylinder motor that is found in the Golf R and in the Golf GTI.
Yes.
But this time we've got 228 kilowatts and how much?
400 Newton meters of torque.
Yeah.
So that's 400 Newton meters of shove right in your backside.
And you could definitely feel it.
It's godly.
Like your foot doesn't even have to be quarter on the throttle, and you can definitely feel that it has like a bit of grunt.
It really wants to get going. It wants to like grab you by the throat and just constantly hit you against the wall. It's unadulterated. That is the best way to describe it. It's completely visceral.
And also something that this car has in particular is, and I've driven an APR Stage 2 Golf R and a stock Golf R, and none of them have what this car does, where when you lift off, it has like this, it's like a violent lurch, and it's obscene.
It is absolutely crazy, because the only way that we can explain it to you guys is it's almost like inertia, where you put your foot down and as soon as you let off, there's like this,
it's like a jerk.
It's like something that's like hitting you in the back of your head, and it's like
You can almost say it's like an Aventador gear change.
I would
like
actually
a
say that
single
is.
clutch vented or gear change. I mean,
That's actually exactly how I would describe it, to be honest with you. And a lot of people will give us trouble now saying that, oh, you're in a double clutch, it's a 7-speed dual clutch Audi S-tronic, which by the way shifts like this. And that is part of the reason why, especially when you launch control this car, it just kicks you in the back.
mad.
It's like gear after gear is just harder and harder and harder. And it doesn't stop. It's completely relentless. But then again, we also have Audi magnetic ride on this specific vehicle. Where the car, it can have like two personalities, where you put the car into comfort and it's this serene daily cruiser. It's obviously just Java green and people really look at you funny, but then as soon as you put it into sports, dynamic in Audi terms, I mean, Ollie already knows,
it's mayhem.
it is
Crazy.
complete and utter mayhem. And one of the beautiful things about Audis is that you can go into the drive select menu and you can actually customize every single thing that you want. So for instance, there's an individual mode where if you'd like to, you can set the suspension to comfort, the steering wheel to dynamic, and the engine sound to dynamic. So how that works is you'll have a beautiful everyday ride, but you'll still get those beautiful pops and crackles on the overrun.
So we're back. What do you think?
Man, I love this car. Listen to this.
It moves. It really does.
This thing moves.
The thing I find with this car, as Sam was saying, is that you can set it to individual, which means you can have like the racing steering and the loud exhaust, but like the comfort suspension. The thing that what I usually prefer is that I find the steering a bit heavy in dynamic mode. I just find it's a bit artificial.
It feels like you have to wrestle with it a bit, and you don't get that much feedback through it.
Yeah, so what I prefer to do is I just leave it in like normal comfort mode in the steering, but then put obviously like the faster gearbox setting and of course the exhaust, so you can have the good old crackle and pop.
You need those crackles and pops. This car is nothing without those crackles and pops. And it's much of a wolf's and sheep's clothing, because it's so understated and so underestimated that no one really sees it coming. Like, if I was just a normal pedestrian and I didn't really know that much about cars, I would have been like, oh well, there's a green Audi A3, you know, not much happening here. Until you hear the engine, until you hear those crackles and pops. Hit it.
It's chaos.
It is absolutely chaos. It is mental. It sounds like, oh,
It's mad. I mean, the thing with this car is, from the other cars with this engine I've driven in the VW group lineup, nothing launches the way this launches.
yes.
Like when I've launched Golf R's previously, they are quick, but the way this just like hooks, and it just like,
It's brutal, and you can launch it wherever you are, whenever you want, come rain or shine. It'll just launch. It's a 0 to 100 claim time in 4.6 seconds. But we know that Audi underestimates
I
themselves.
think
We could beat that quite easily. You will probably, if like in the right conditions, you're looking more at around 4.4, 4.3 if you're lucky, but you will always get under 4.6. You could get 4.5 when it's raining even. This car, it's mental, it's raucous. And it just keeps and keeps and keeps on going. The power delivery, it's effortless.
Yeah. And also it just sticks to it, like it sticks to the tire like shit on a blanket. It just it doesn't want to. I mean, in a few corners you can feel it like wanting to step out a bit, but that means you really have to be on it.
You have to be to the limit for that to happen.
The limit. And I also think that, like, in a few of the corners we've driven, you can feel that the front likes moving forward, like typical Audi
Yes, it does. It does. Especially once you come off the accelerator really hard and that weight transfer is happening.
You can feel it.
You can feel it, yeah. Because the weight transfer is so hard when it lurches and you come off the accelerator. It's like this. We've explained it already. Yeah, so you know. But what I really want to talk about with this car, I want to kind of move away from the driving experience and just touch on the technology for a second.
Yep.
So the technology is crazy in itself. The first thing I want to talk about is the adaptive cruise control. We were using it earlier on the way here to our filming location. The car can literally drive itself. Aside from the steering, you still have to steer as the driver. But you toggle this adaptive cruise control switch, you set the distance, and it locks onto the car which is in front of you. So let's say you want to cruise at 80 because the speed limit is 80. The car in front of you is also going 80. When that car slows down or even comes to a complete stop, the Audi, the S3, will actually adjust itself to that car and actually bring you to a stop as well. And when that car takes off, the Audi will take off with it as well. So it makes traffic and stop and go traffic that much less tedious. I really think that that's one of the best things they could ever do. I love that.
I mean, on the topic of technology, I'm sure you guys have all heard about the new like Audi virtual cockpit. That like new insane large screen.
It's revolutionary.
It's crazy. It's just so refined and it's just like simple and cool.
The craziest thing is like, I always thought to myself, you know what, well, I would never spec that. I would spend the money on Audi Magnetic Ride. Oh, I was so wrong.
No, it's mega. And also the fact that when you've got, like, most cars have sat-nav screen and all that stuff, and when you fiddle with it, you always take your eyes off the road. But with this, you don't need to, because it's just like, it's there.
Yeah, the buttons are all on the steering wheel, and you just scroll in and out to zoom. You've got voice control on here, by the way, so you can literally just talk to it and be like, navigate to wherever.
And that works really well.
It works like a dime. Like, watch this. Okay, let's do a live demo.
Okay.
Let's do a live demo. Okay, we're gonna ask it for sushi. So basically, how the Audi thing works is it'll ask you to say a line number or the name. So we're gonna say, I'm hungry. Let's say I'm hungry.
Okay.
And it'll show us a few restaurants, and it'll say the line, wada, and then you just choose the restaurant that you want to go to. But you guys can listen. Okay, go. I'm hungry.
I'm looking for a restaurant in the immediate vicinity.
You see what I tell you? So, concluding on the Audi S3. It cost 740 grand for this particular one that we're sitting in today. Would I buy it? 100% yes. This car is worth every single penny. I am so impressed by this car. I love it. What I'm not looking forward to though is handing back the keys to Audi Centre Fourways. I don't want to do that. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's a bit controversial spending 700,000 rand on a small Audi hatchback. However, it's no other car I've driven, well, besides the Rolls Royce, but nothing as refined as an Audi.
There really isn't. There's nothing.
And it's just like a Golf with a suit. It's just seamless, and everything is just perfect about it.
I see. The thing is, I wouldn't really think of it as a Golf with a suit, and you guys also shouldn't. That's just Ollie's view, and he's a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it more as like if you're a chef and I'm a chef, and we're both given the same ingredients to go and cook something. What you cook and what I cook is going to be completely different. Now that's already the base, what you can start with from an Audi A3 and a VW Golf. Now between the S3 and the Golf R, think of it as the S3 is using those really nice spices, like those chili nays. Okay, the Audi S3 is a zinger wing, and the Golf R is just a normal wing. There you go. That's how you think of it. All the technology you get in here, virtual cockpit, Audi magnetic ride, adaptive cruise control. The car literally drives itself, bar the steering input, but it drives itself.
It's crazy.
And it'll drive you freaking crazy as well. I would buy this car, 100%.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd buy it. Maybe I wouldn't spec it this high. I'd keep it in the high 600s. I would buy it. 10 out of 10, 100% suggested. Can you imagine what the RS3 is like?
Crazy.
Can you imagine?
Crazy.
We already feel like this is plenty fast enough. The RS3 must be a rifle.
But it's quite nice because we're saving fuel right now.
We are saving fuel. We have efficient mode on.
I have a feeling the 2.5 cylinder on the RS3 would be quite heavy on fuel.
No, I think that's a chow. I think that thing chows.
But yeah.
But anyway, guys, that's been our Audi S3 review. If you liked it, be sure to check out our other videos. Drop a huge like. Subscribe if you're new here. And we will have tons and tons more cool videos working with Audi. So go and check out Audi Centre Fourways. Go check out the cars there for sale. This beast is currently listed for sale for 742,000 Rand. It might even be dropping. Who knows? Have a look. Take the time. Check them out. They really did us a massive solid.
Yeah, hit them up.
Yep. Cheers, guys.